Hello to this completely new format. Today we'll get even more creative, but not in Minecraft, but in actually decorating my office a little bit. As you can see, this wall here is a little bit flat, and I do some drawings. I've bought many things. I've done some research what I want to decorate, and I will show you how I kind of get inspired, how I paint, and I haven't done this since a pretty long time, so I've no practice in this sense, and in the end it will look good, and I have a few cool strategies how you can make sure that yours look good as well. So you basically can copy me or look how I've done it, and then you will have cool drawings in the end. Like obviously you can kind of order posters from Displate or buy wall decorations or whatever, but basically you can do it on your own, and then you have like this personal touch on it, and that's why I prefer it this way. First of all, I will show you quick where everything shall go. Like, this is my office. I use it for studying. I'm a student. Yeah, address leaked, but nobody knows where this is, so no problem. PC mirror, like behind you guys, is a normal wardrobe with a sink, nothing special. Then here, as you can see, there were some pictures before, but I didn't like them, so now we have a huge flat wall, and like my bed. There are already two drawings. Like, this one is pretty detailed, but it's old. It was actually work for school, and like maybe I'll do it again. But there shall go a huge painting, like with pencils, like no color painting, but like with a pencil, and yeah, there I will work. Here, as you can see, like this wall was like also blank the other day. Then I ordered a few lights. They're also down here. Yeah, so maybe you will get some cool tips. Also, like here I had like those things for RGB lighting. Like, I can change all those colors, but I kind of like it. So the PC switches from orange to blue and that. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, now we have it early in the morning, 9 o'clock. I've made sure, like, if you want, today it will rain the whole day, and I've done my stuff for university, so now I can start being creative, let's say this way. So if you have also those days, then make sure that you have like food, something loose, enough water, a few nuts or banana juice I can recommend, very good, and all the technical stuff. Actually, I'll show you what I bought. Those 3 pencils I got, like not expensive, but very good. Like, I was art student at school. I had like these in Deutschland we say Abitur. I had LK or so I have much stuff for art, and yeah, but I bought those 3 anyway. Like, this one here is a very good white one, very blank. It's also like chalk, and then 2 very soft pencils, one HB, one 8B, one 9B, and yeah, with those I will work, and then put it, the camera I will put on the desk later on so that you can see what I'm doing. This looks cool. I actually got I got, you might have already seen it, like pretty big papers to paint on, to draw on. Perfect. Maybe I will cut this out, but maybe I'll do it, let it be. We'll see. Here, I got two of, oh my goodness, this doesn't fit at all. It's like pretty big, and it's also like not normal paper. It is like this very good quality, very thick. I thought about buying it in gray because then the white pencil looks even better, because like white on white obviously or even in like this yellow brown white. Now I've decided to take it this way, and I'm not sure yet, but I kind of thinking to put one big thing there, like because I have two big ones and two smaller ones, so I'm thinking about cutting one of those big ones, and then I have four of this size. As you can see, very cool, good quality, and one big one. And what I will draw, or what I want to draw, and how I got this idea, because like this is like the main reason of this video, because we all know this moment when you draw and you're like, what shall I paint and why should I paint it, and blah 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 blah. How you get those ideas, I will show you maybe. So this I will put back, we'll use that later on. First I want to kind of inform you a little bit about, okay, first I will show a few of my paintings so that you kind of get the level I'm working on. I'm not the best worker, but I think that I'm above average, let's say it this way. And this is like so weird and annoying. This doesn't work. Damn, why? The fuck? I want this. Alright. You basically, oh, you can't see it. Suck. By the way, the cam I will put on the desk so that you can see it now. Let me finish and then I'll put you on here so that you can see. Alright, so I prefer to draw animals because they are easier, and humans, even especially faces, are like the hardest thing you can paint, because I don't know, because of the eyes and also the color tone. As I said, I haven't painted since, or drawn since, a very long time, like actually since Corona is there. So through the whole pandemic I haven't used the pencil, so this is also kind of new for me again. So really literally no practice. I've rewatched a few technical videos, but mainly this will be completely new again. So the end result will be able for you to recreate as well. Like this is I will show it and you will see that good things don't are that hard. Like this wasn't that hard, even though you think that it's hard, but it's not. All right. Yeah, like here I've used pastel chalk. By the way, I'm using now this monitor here for Google, but that's because from time to time I don't know the English vocabularies. Yeah, yeah, but mainly the eyes are the main point. I always start with the eyes, because when the eyes look good, because this is the first thing you will look at. If you have a picture, you will instantly look at the eyes, and when you get like this light in them, look them like 3D, then you're already halfway through, and then the rest is pretty easy. Like here I've always added some pastel chalk, but today I prefer, I'm kind of in the mood of only painting with normal pencil, making it really black and white. What I will paint I will show in a minute, but first I want to show, like, these are my main creations. I put them on Instagram. Yeah, I've so many more pictures, but I won't show all of them. But here the same thing, like I started with the eyes, let them look good, and then the rest, like this here, you can spam color on it and add layer per layer and whatever, and it will look anyway good. Here also, like those details are important. When you are done with this part, then the rest is pretty easy. I will actually draw a bear and an eagle today, and 2 other animals. Like I've imagined to put like 4 animals here, and then the big one there on the wall. This will be a different video because I think maybe I make 1 picture per video, so that in the end we have like 4 or 6 videos, because like the big one will take forever. This it will take very long. Here only a black and white. In this style I paint, I also like those when you kind of see the pencil, but together it creates a feather or whatever. Here, by the way, the wing is weird. It is like in the original, but like the wing doesn't make sense, Louis. I've also I had a time when I went into anatomy. I painted hands and foot and feet. This is mine, and by the way, here this is like my name. You'll find it under each video on each picture on YouTube. I'm Sindri, but yeah, it's like my painting signature. This one is like 5 years old, so I didn't knew Mandalorian in this time. But yeah, like this must be Boba, I guess, even though it looks more like Django. But yeah, this is Boba. We'll come to those 3 later on with big picture. I've already created like a visualization of what I've planned, and yeah, here also black and white. Here is actually much white pastel chalk. This is also like pretty old. This is also completely pastel chalk. Like from far away it looks pretty good, but yeah. Here I've actually tried a few humans, but here I could have added much more paint. Here, like, this is almost blank, only 1 layer of yeah, I don't know. This is actually pretty cool because it looks like 3D, and most of those pictures, by the way, I have from the internet. Like I'm scrolling through Instagram, creative pages, whatever, and when I see something that looks cool, then I recreate it, paint it. Obviously it's easier when it's already drawn, so when you want to draw something, then you should look for an animal, a head of an animal or whatever that is already drawn, because then you kind of get the idea of how to use your pencils, your work materials. Because when you try to recreate a photo, this is pretty hard, because then the lighting is different. Like for example, like what needs fur, F-U-R, the fur, when it's wet from a beer or something like this. When you paint it, when you redraw it from drawing, this is pretty medium difficult. But when you try to redraw wet fur from a photo, it's like incredible hard. And now last photo that I've posted, no, is this the last one? Yeah, it's already the last one. So I've plenty more, but those are like the general style of what I'm painting. So what I want to show you now, oh actually my face cam was in front of it, is this folder. So for the big one is this, for the small one is this. I will start with the small ones. I actually can do it like this, because then we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and now a few sentences to how to get an idea and then also sticking to it, because once you get demotivated, it's also pretty bad. When it starts to not look good, then you're like, no, it's like the same thing in Minecraft basically when you build something. I started, why? Because I wanted a decoration, like you need a purpose just for fun drawing. There's like, if you like, Christmas will be there soon, so if you say I want to draw for a friend or for grandparents or whatever, then you have a purpose, let's say it this way. And this is like a motivation that lets you keep stick on it, because like, for example, this picture will take pretty long, so I have to stay motivated to kind of do it one. And I also don't like to stop the process, so I prefer to like draw it in a few hours, because once you stop and then rejoin the painting, you will, in at least me, you will draw a little bit different. So it's better if you draw one thing, one picture at one time, completely, and not pause and play, let's say this way. So here are like the inspiration. Actually, I will draw this bear. This is like the original, but I've seen a video on YouTube where she paints this. Like, this is like perfect if you have a YouTube video where somebody draws something like you see now this video. Then you can simply recreate and see where they started and when they add like white color and when they use pencil, whatever. Yeah, so none of those three, because like here on the left side I've kind of put the more aggressive, but if they are like here on the wall, then kind of don't want aggressive animals shouting at me. So I think I will go with this line, like this spear. Then this line looks also pretty good. I also obviously need to take big pictures, because this one is unfortunately very small and I only can zoom like this at this size, and as you can see like here on the camera, like this will be the original, and I'll have to zoom in, like here will lay my thing, and then I will go into detail. And if the picture is too small, like this is also very small, like then I can't see really, like here the eye would be very hard to recreate now, even though it also looks pretty cool. Is it like yeah, but as you can see, I've put some effort into the research before I started, because you should really be happy with what you will draw. It's the same thing with Minecraft. Before you start building a base, you should invest some time into finding a good building ground, because once you've started, obviously you can't change your building spot, and when you start being like, this spot is shit, maybe somewhere else is better, then after a few hours you will be that demotivated that you stop. Yeah, this one is also okay, but it's too small, and you can't see the eye. I personally prefer when you see both eyes. And what's also pretty cool is that I will paint this here. I'm not sure yet, because this monkey I like very much, but I think it's a little bit too friendly. It's very big, as you can see on the picture, so this is like perfect for recreating. But I think I'll go with this one, because he's a little bit more serious and also big enough. So here, like the eyes and stuff, I can perfectly recreate. So and here, like this is like this is, by the way, my favorite animal since I'm a little boy. White-head sea eagle. What do you English guys say to this? White-head sea eagle. I'm pretty sure that's not the name of this one in English, but okay. You see what I mean. And this is like also pretty standard, and it's also too small. It looks cool. I could add colors with pastel chalk, but yeah, I think I will go with this one. This actually, I think this isn't even a white-head eagle, sea eagle. I think this is a normal eagle, but I really like the feathers. And here you can see like the pencils, pencil lines. And when I add a few more like this, I think I'll start with this one because this isn't that hard. Start with this part, and then I simply add feather per feather, and you'll see the progress. Like once you're here, then you're here, then you're here, and then I'll add a few of the whites, and yeah, this will look pretty cool, I think. Alright, so I'll do this eagle, this monkey, this bear, and this lion. Yeah, cause like it's pretty cool. And why I'm doing this, like I think it's a good idea if you have a background idea of what you're gonna paint. I've done some research and tried to justify why 4, because I don't know. And so I simply looked at my background, about movies I watched, about things that I know where 4, like the number 4 is relevant, because like also it fits to my setup, because like 3 monitor and the PC, so like also 4 picture, it fits good here. I can easily mount it on, like I have this duct tape, double-sided duct tape, and this is like the best product ever. Like it is so good. I mounted everything, like every cable, etc. It's like duct tape, but not with the normal duct tape, because this doesn't stick that well, but it's double-sided. I can show you, by the way, like this one, and you can you see it? Yeah, like, and then you kind of, here's a fold on it, and this one you take away then, and this like so sticky and so a little bit slimy, but yeah, I recommend it, very good. Alright, so I've tried to justify the 4. First thing that came to me in mind, why is this a video? I really don't understand it. Are those guys? Like a big part of my childhood, and obviously 4 of them, and the lion, Aslan, represents Jesus. I'm a little bit religious, so this is also pretty cool. Yeah, I would feel very well if like a lion is watching what I'm doing, you know. Yeah, so 4. Why? I don't know. I've simply copied the link from the internet. Yeah, this is like how you eat. I thought it was interesting that you kind of eat, and you look at social, your health, the animals, and the environment. Didn't know that there's something. Then the big 4, by the way, obviously. Also 4. I'm a business student, so economics, etc. like a big part of my journey, and we are often talking about the big 4. So yeah, this is from Variakit, Thunder, River, Shadow, and Wind clan. You technically have also the Star clan, if you know what I mean. I think they actually not called this in English. Like they have so weird names in English, like Firestar, and then Blue Star, and Tiger, Crawl, etc. Like they have so weird names in English. The German names are the real ones, so let's I'll discuss this if you want. Yeah, but those are also like 4, a big part of my childhood, big inspiration. The 4 elements, obviously: earth, fire, wind, water. I'm not that much into Avatar and manga and blah blah blah, as you might assume, because of this, but it's a big thing anyway. By the way, here I've added this as decoration. I've simply printed it out, cut it out, and here we also have like the 4 elements, a few Chinese signs, a few Viking signs, yeah, a few Japanese yin and yang, you know. But I'll take them away, I think, and put them somewhere else, or even in between the 4 pictures. I'll see it later. Alright, and then the main idea that justifies those 4. Like first I simply thought that which animals I like, but then I researched for like the strongest animals on planet, who are like those four, a few others as well, obviously, but those four are like pretty cool, pretty strong, pretty mainstream. Yes, I could it also like take more special. I've so painted, drawn already chameleons or insects or whatever. Some that are not that common, but I kind of like it, and that what justifies this the most. Obviously, the four Evangeliums, Gospels. Gospel is a choir, gospel choir. Like, from time to time, English is pretty weird, but obviously you have like the lion and the eagle. I can recreate this. Stier. What means stier? Learning English with Jonas. Bull. Red Bull. Yeah, obviously. But in German we have bull as a German word and stier. So you have for two different animals you have one word. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, but basically this is like a cow and I don't know. And then human, angel. I've looked for a few cool angel paintings. There are a few pretty cool. Like if you use it right with lightning and then the wings, inspired by Lucifer, then obviously this would look also pretty cool. But I don't know if it would fit. Like you have three animals and then one angel. This would be a little bit random. So I've chosen the animal that is the closest to the human, which is obviously the gorilla, the monkey, and yeah, pretty happy with it. And I wanted to show you what I've planned for the big one, and then we are already 26 minutes in the video. Like I don't know what this is, because like when I watch a YouTube video I get bored so fast, but when I do these videos on my own, like the time, like you can't tell me that this felt like 27 minutes. It felt like 5 minutes. I don't know why or whatever. But then I'll end the video after this, and then I'll make per picture a video or two videos, and simply pause and play, because I don't like cutting. I'm not that much into the cutting. So the other one will go into the Star Wars theme, as I've already said, with Jango Boba, etc. And yeah, here I've researched all important images, and then on Paint on the computer I've designed a design that shows me how I want to do it, and also how I can put the huge image, like this will be enormous, into smaller sections, because when you have smaller sections it's like you paint a few small pictures and then put them together. So this is much better than trying to draw everything without a system. And Trommelwirbel, what means Trommelwirbel? Drum roll. I'm pretty happy with it. So what we got here, I'll put my face cam. Hello. I'll put my small pretty fast. So I mean, you see what we have here. If you are in this theme, then you know what's happening, and if not, then it doesn't matter if I tell you or not, you know. But yeah, all legends, all pretty up to date, because of the Disney Plus series. I've seen all. I'm also much into Marvel, but I thought it would be a little bit cringy to draw now an Iron Man or whatever. I prefer this, but yeah, as you can see, I like symmetry, as you might have guessed, because of the setup, whatever. Yeah, the what means the screens here are not symmetrical, but it all needs to have like a symmetrical sense, I think. Yeah, and so this is why I used this setup, and I'm kind of thinking about what I could add here, like maybe a few starships or even R2-D2 and the C3PO. We'll see about that later. Yeah, but this will be the big picture there, and you know now the other 4 I'm also thinking about making something with this one, because this will also play with. This is actually made from Lego. I thought this was pretty cool. Yeah, here I found so, and they are also pretty big, you know. This is like important when you want to draw something, then choose a picture that is pretty big. And one life hack as well, if you have like, I'll put myself big again. If you have several devices, then you can, like, for example, here's my tablet. I don't know why it works. You can, like, I don't have the picture now here prepared, but you can put it on here, put the paper on it, and then like don't, was heißt abholen? Abholen. To trace? Nee, that's not what I mean. But basically that you have the picture you want to draw and then put a paper on it and then kind of get the main lines with the pencil, because then you don't have to stress with the right proportions, etc. Like when you try to draw a face and like the one eye is like here and the other eye is here, it will look weird. So it's cheating, yes, but in the end nobody will know. So this I will use from time to time, but I think the paper in the end it will be look cool and it all gives this a new big quality. But I think that, yeah, no way that I can look through this. So I'll have to draw everything from zero without cheating. I from time to time I did it, from time to time I did not it, because in the end nobody will know. So like you are creating this alone when you're in art class or when you're in drawing classes, then you shouldn't do this. When your teacher sees you, then you're like screwed up. But yeah, all right, then I'll end this video now here, and we'll get to work. Like I have the whole day. I'm curious how much I can do today. Yeah. But if you don't want to miss this, then feel free to check the following videos as well. I'm also doing this like for me, because like I can rewatch it and then see like the same thing in Minecraft. See how it started, and then like the progress is now recorded, and like YouTube is like free space of storage, so I don't have to store the videos on my computer. I can simply upload them, and if you other people would see it, then I've inspired you, I've helped a few people. Yeah, so only advantages. It's also motivating. Like I think if I would only do this for me and then from time to time show my room to friends or whatever when I invite me, it's also motivating. But the main idea that people from the internet might see this, maybe a few, don't know how many, but yeah, this is also pretty motivating. So yeah, all right, then thank you for watching, stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next